Welcome back to the Coffee Hour. I'm Andy Bates.
I'm Sarah Gulseth.
It is Wednesday, October 30th, and it is a special week here at KFUO because we are so delighted to have Immanuel Lutheran Church, Washington, Missouri, partner with us as KFUO Church of the Week. The Reverend Dr. Mark Bangert, pastor at Immanuel Lutheran Church, Washington, Missouri, joining us by phone this morning. Pastor Bangert, thanks so much for being our guest today.
Yeah, my pleasure. Good morning.
Tell us a little bit of the history of Immanuel Lutheran Church, Washington, Missouri. This congregation's been around a long time.
Mm-hmm. It was actually founded in the midst of the Civil War in 1862.
Wow.
Yeah, and we celebrated our 150th anniversary, just 7 years ago. In 1862, the church was founded, and a year later, they started a school, and we've been operating a Christian day school ever since. So that's largely who we have been, largely who we remain in this community.
That is a long history and a lot of Lutherans that have come through the doors of that church. Are there any long-standing traditions by chance?
Yeah. We do some of the things that have been happening around here for decades and decades, like we have an apple butter cook and that we just finished up a month or so ago, make a couple 100 gallons of apple butter and sell to our people and to the community, and that makes a little bit of money, but mostly it's about fellowship and, like you said, about tradition. We've got an upcoming pork sausage dinner that is actually this coming Sunday. We'll serve somewhere, give or take 100 people, or about 1,700 people, lunch and dinner this coming Sunday.
Wow. How long has that been part of the tradition at Immanuel?
I think this is the 77th year of that, I think.
A lot of Lutheran mouths have been fed at the pork sausage dinner. Yep. Tell us about the dinner. What makes this dinner so special?
Wow. I have it on good authority. That's the best pork sausage dinner around. I think it is really good. Homemade pork sausage. I think today they're taking the apples and making applesauce, and then they doctor up the sauerkraut with pork, and it's just a delicious meal at a reasonable price. I think it's $12, and that, of course, includes stacks and tip and your drink. So that's a pretty reasonable price, and it's served family style the first half of the day from about 11 to I think till 3 or 4. It's family style, and after that we go cafeteria style. But so that's basically all you want to eat.
And this is coming up this Sunday, November 3rd.
It's always the first Sunday in November. Yep.
Very good. So coming up this Sunday, what are the hours?
We start serving at 11, and we're done at about 6.
Or until sold out, I bet, huh?
Well, we don't sell out. We actually don't sell out. We actually have takeout available, and even at the end of the day, there's always extra food left over that the workers take home, and we see that gets used. We never run out.
And you also have another event coming up at Immanuel, Washington, right around the corner, and this is sacred music. How has sacred music been a part of Immanuel Lutheran's history?
Well, we actually have, since we moved into our new sanctuary 7 years ago, we inaugurated a concert and speaker series where we have 5 or 6 events each year, free and open to the public, where we bring in secular music and sacred music, both. We've had in the past, we do 1 speaker and 4 or 5 concerts each year. In the past, we've had an astronaut come in and speak. That was very popular with the kids, and we've had all different kinds of music groups come in and play. And this coming November the 16th, is that Saturday? I think that's correct. November the 16th is the American Kantorei. It is actually formerly known as Bach at the Sem. For many years, they performed at Concordia Seminary, and that stopped, and they kind of took it upon themselves to continue. And this is a group of voice and instrument that plays the music of Johann Sebastian Bach, and they are literally world-class musicians that will come and do a little over an hour concert here, and it'll be a beautiful evening.
I'm actually in that group.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so I get to come see you.
Do I speak the truth?
Yeah, absolutely. I hope so. I appreciate the world-class comment.
I think it's true from what I've read and heard, and I've seen them once or twice at the seminary years ago. What you'll be pleased about is our sanctuary. I don't think I mentioned, but in our 150th anniversary year, 7 years ago, we dedicated this new sanctuary. And one of the things we did when we built it was hire an acoustical engineer to make sure that the sound was right in there. And so it is a beautiful space, not only visually, but also acoustically. It's just a great place for music.
Well, I'm really looking forward to that then.
Yep.
Everyone should come. Tell us a little bit more about what people will experience. I feel like I should be telling this part, but what will people experience when they come for this concert?
Johann Sebastian Bach, I think in all his glory, a Lutheran composer that obviously is renowned for the quality of his music and the sacred nature of it. It's inspiring sounds, and I think even for the person that isn't maybe as accustomed to it as or familiar with it, and that would probably be me. I know of it, but I don't know detail about it. But I understand it will be beautiful and inspiring, no matter what level of exposure you have to Bach.
Sarah, can you are you allowed to share with us what you all have been working on and what you'll be singing?
You're going to put me on the spot.
I totally am. Well, now I'm just curious because I love good Bach.
It is good Bach. If you give me a minute to look up, Maurice is going to yell at me because I don't know exactly what pieces we're singing.
I think it's very similar to is it the day before or the day after that you're also singing?
Yes, the day after we're going to be at St. Paul de Pere as part of their Music at St. Paul
Correct.
series.
And I think it's a similar thing, just maybe a little shorter, maybe.
I should know that, but I really don't. So we're singing, let's see, BWV 93, 27, and 156. And I believe there's one more too, 37.
I feel like I should know all these numbers by heart, but
I could give you the names, but
right.
We'll save that for Maurice.
That's right. Yeah, and we'll have him on in the near future, hopefully, to share about this as well, about the upcoming events of the American Kantorei. Well, Pastor, how can we find Immanuel Lutheran Church for those who might not be very familiar with Washington, Missouri? Maybe it's not far from those who are in the St. Louis area. It's just a little hop, skip, and a jump.
Yep, it's about an hour from most places in St. Louis. You come out to 44 and get off at the Washington exit. We're about 10 miles off, right at the Missouri River. Immanuel Lutheran Church is, since it's 157 years old, we are in the old downtown part of the city. There is kind of a newer area with Lowe's and Schnucks and things like that, but we're downtown, and it's right on 5th Street, which is the main drag through downtown. It's easy to find.
And so if you are, if you're a member of Immanuel or in the community, you know where that is. But if you're coming from outside the area, it's not very far. And there are plenty of, opportunities to really make a day of it as well. So if you're coming out for the sausage supper coming up this weekend, you can make a day of it, enjoy a nice sausage supper at Immanuel in Washington. Or if you're coming out for both, the American Kantorei coming up on the 16th as well, make a day of it as well. I don't suppose you're going to have another sausage supper on the 16th in conjunction with the concert. That really wouldn't work so well.
No, we have done things like that in the past, but we're not currently. We actually had a zither concert here a month or so ago. A group from Germany came and played their zithers, and we had a pork sausage dinner for the community. We served about 400 people and had about 500 at the concert. It was a wonderful evening, just part of our concert and speaker series.
That sounds fun.
Yeah.
Although this concert, if you had sausage, you could call it Brats and Bach.
Oh man, Why didn't we
You're
think of
welcome.
that?
I think they just had beer and Bach, I think.
Beer and
We
Bach.
did have a Bach and beer event. That's true. As good Lutherans do.
So this is the American Kantorei coming up Saturday, November 16th, 7:30 p.m. at Immanuel Lutheran Church in Washington, Missouri.
Correct.
And this weekend, coming up on the 3rd, Sunday, November 3rd, we also have the 77th annual pork sausage supper, and that's at Immanuel Lutheran Church in Washington, Missouri as well. With just about a minute left, Pastor, why has Immanuel Lutheran Church chosen to partner with KFUO? How is KFUO a part of the ministry at Immanuel Lutheran Church?
We certainly, make it known to our people about your partnership, and I think it is one of the many ways that in our Lutheran Church we partner in the gospel. We preach Christ crucified here and risen here every weekend. We teach that to our children every day in our school, and it is just a very natural fit that KFUO would be part of that partnership as well as they reach out way beyond our scope and reach out literally to the world with the very same message that we hold so dear. So it's just a very natural fit for Immanuel and for KFUO.
We are very grateful for your partnership. Thanks for being a KFUO Church of the Week this week. Pastor, what's the website for Immanuel Lutheran Church, Washington, Missouri, we can share with our listeners?
It's the two letters imlutheran.org for Immanuel Lutheran, imlutheran.org.
Thank you so much. The Reverend Dr. Mark Bangert, Immanuel Lutheran Church, Washington, Missouri, KFUO's Church of the Week. Thanks so much, Pastor Bangert.
God bless.
I'm Andy Bates.
I'm Sarah Golseth.
Coffee Hour with Andy and Sarah is a production of KFUO. To support the Coffee Hour and KFUO Radio, visit KFUO.org. You can also text KFUO to 41444 or send an email to gifts@KFUO.org. And you can call us at 800-844-0524. KFUO. Christ for you, anytime, anywhere.